Okie dokie, so first we want to mention is try not to push your hands too far forward at address. Okay, where you were here is absolutely fine. If we get a little bit far forward, it's going to be tough to try and get your hands back further forward because they can't really lean any much further than that, to be fair, so they'll be a bit out of way from your body. So let them hang down, and again I think as well, if they're more in front of your chest, it's easier to be natural. You push your arms over here now, that's going to get tight. And we're trying to reduce the tension instead of, okay, so let your arms just hang down there, but getting the grip, as we said, just a little bit closer. Biggest thing for me though, that thumb pressure. If you squeeze, there you get tight, there you get tight, there you get, and it just gets tight, and you can't create speed then, okay? So once you're in a better setup, top of the backswing now, we got a little bit less sway there, but the backswing wasn't too bad. The main focal point now is keeping this hands in front. You can see your club head now about there. If we draw a line through your left forearm, and the hands, I would say the club head is actually overtaken probably there, certainly is overtaken there. Okay, now we compare that to this one as you go back, better length backswing, okay, less bending in the arm. We haven't said about keep your left arm straight, but it's a better arm position, isn't it? Okay, things are just happening, you see. Keeping the angle better now in terms of your left wrist as you're coming back down. Club still behind your left, I think your left forearm is on that club way behind, so you still maintain a good amount of power there. As we're coming into impact now, we've got the left arm there in the same position. There's your left forearm there. There's your left forearm there. Club's back there, club's there, okay? As you go through, hands are still leading. Back into impact there. Hands have been overtaken, back into impact. Again, just look at the blur of that. That ball's going off there, that one's going off there. By virtue of that golf ball's being hit with a 7-iron loft, that's been hit with more than a 7-iron loft, and as we said, a 9-iron goes less than a 7-iron for one reason, or two reasons: longer club and less lofted. Okay, so if a 7-iron is going to drive it low, you get the impact conditions that we're looking for. Most things from here now on your left side, driving that club forward. If we put a line through your left shoulder and the golf ball there, you can see that sort of concaved hand position there, adding loft. And the faster you swing it, the more your hands will be back here, the more loft you'll probably add to it. So you lose distance again, and then you might start swinging across it more, which again weakens the quality of the contact. Okay, so it's getting that left hand or the hand in position, and then when you get to here now, it's allowing that hand to get to there, and then that's where that whip crack of the club through. So when you finish this swing, it's a little bit rigid with the arms forward, which I don't mind. I'd rather be there, and then in time when you get used to releasing, your club will get round here. Okay, but I think for the most part, keep the sensation, your hands winning that race. I think that dragging draw you felt was quite good because you really kind of felt an exaggeration. So put the club back here and drag it, probably the width of a welcome mat, and that's about 2.5, 3 foot wide. Okay, so just drag across there. So to get the club into that position, like I said, it would be an exaggeration because at this point the club's off the ground, which it would be. Okay, but if you can keep the club on the ground that far, your hands then got to go a lot further this way, and you'll really exaggerate that right hand. Okay, and like we say, it's a feeling of shaft lean, not hands forward. If the ball goes off to the right, because your hands have just moved forward. If the club goes in the right position, your right hand here sort of really got the correct compression, squeezing that club in the ground, getting that angle of attack down this way, not up there. And just based on that alone, you're going to get more power. Now, you said yourself you were thinking about the move. When you're thinking, you're going to be slower. When you haven't quite got the confidence to make that move, you're going to be slower. Okay, and the fact we got, I think, 5-7 yards on some of those shots longer than your average, in time when that club head speed picks up 2 or 3 mile an hour, the strike does get a little bit better, the angle gets better. We're looking at 10-15 yards with a 7-iron, maybe 20. That goes through your set there now. Your driver's going to be going more towards that sort of 170, 180, maybe 190, and then we can start working to get a bit more speed with that club, get that 200 yards. Make sense?
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Good stuff. Happy with that then, yeah?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Excellent.